Now, you were telling me about haunted objects a long time ago. Could you go into some detail about that? Because there are a few things that you said that really stood out to me, that some objects like carry the spirits with them. And like if you, there are stories that you've seen of like people touching certain objects and then like bad things happen to them.
Yeah. I mean, in Vegas,
Yeah,
Zach
right.
Bagans' Haunted Museum
Yeah.
is probably the biggest spot for all the haunted objects of the world, where he, like, for example, let us sit in the Devil's Rocking Chair,
And what
which
is that?
was another Conjuring movie,
Yeah.
I believe. It was like a Conjuring sequel.
The Conjuring 3 is based on this exorcism, and this specific rocking chair was there during the actual exorcism in the 1970s. But yeah, it's thought to believe that just like a place could be haunted, something could haunt an object, and that could be the vessel that it's with there. So anyway, right next to this chair, this kid named David Glatzel was thought to be possessed, and they had multiple, I think, but at least one exorcism on this guy that, you know, said to have multiple demons attached. We don't know, whatever it was. And then people said that right after the exorcism, people could see something that they coined the beast sitting in this rocking chair, this mist, whatever it was, and they were so scared of it. And then after that, no one sat in this chair for what, 30 years, 50 years now, I guess.
Even know.
And then they sold it to Zach Bagans, and he's been the only person to sit in it ever since that like whole exorcism deal. And then he let us sit in the same chair.
For the first time.
Why would you do that? Like, just in case. Like, why risk it?
Again, because if I died by doing that, that would be the coolest thing in the world, because it would prove to me it's all real.
But you would be dead.
But I would go to heaven.
But what if it's a negative like demon or something like that that does not take you to heaven? And because you sat in that chair, like this thing attached onto you and is like pulling you down, or like bad
That is
things,
the
Think about that one.
or like bad things happen to you in your life because you sat in that chair, and like that negativity, something like caused a little change.
Yeah, I mean, to be completely honest, too, like, a big reason we did it was because we were like, we can't turn down this opportunity.
the concept.
Yeah. But what
Yeah.
happened when you sat in the chair?
Well, we both did the Estes method in the chair. And you had more of an intense experience than I did, but we definitely both felt like heavy. Like something was almost like not letting us stand up. You were kind of like shaking and freaking out, though, towards the end of
It
yours.
was very weird. Like, I've still, I think still, have never had an experience like this. I sat in this chair, and I want to put it out there for all the skeptics. It could be me psyching myself out. I'll say that. If not, I sat in this chair, and all of a sudden, I was probably only sitting in this chair for a minute. My legs like felt almost immediately like I ran like a half marathon. Like I was instantly tired. They're shaking. They're almost painful, like hard. And I was like, okay, well, let me try to stand up. And it was almost like I was sore immediately. Like, why? I'm just sitting in a rocking chair, and I stood up, and it took a good, couple minutes for me to feel
Snap
better
out of it,
about
yeah.
everything and snap out of it. But it was genuinely like not only an like emotional switch, but I could physically feel a difference in my legs after sitting in this chair. And I've never experienced like anything like that before.
What was your experience?
Mine was similar but less intense. So I just kind of felt like pressure on me, like something kind of like almost not forcing me, but trying to get me to sit longer, like don't like get up or whatever, like thoughts in the head that would pop up being like, it just felt heavy in my legs, like they weighed like a little bit more than usual, but I was able to stand up like pretty fine. And like,
See, I would love for you to take two random people on the street and have them sit on two chairs and just say, sit in this chair for 1 minute, sit in this chair for 1 minute. All right, what do you think? And just see if they're like,
And not
"Oh,
tell them either way.
don't
'Cause it
tell them
could
either
be
chair.
placebo.
Right. And just say, did what was more comfy? What did you feel like
Curse
afterwards?
one random person.
I
for
know.
eternity.
well, that was haunted.
And then tell them, well, no one sat in that chair for 50 years and it said they have demonic possession.
And they're like,
you
"What?"
signed the waiver.
Yeah. Sucks for you.
Oh yeah, no, that was one of the most unique experiences for sure. Definitely.